And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Red Storm Field here at the University of Rio Grande. It's the Eastern Eagles taking on the Symmes Valley Vikings. Eastern coming in with a record of 16-8. They've won 13 of their last 14 ball games, and that includes a big 12-10 win over Manchester on Monday night. In that game, Eastern jumped out to a 2-1 lead as Jana Wright hit a double that drove in 2 runs, drove in Alt and Putman to give Eastern a 2-0 lead. Manchester came back in the bottom of the first inning, and they got one. Neither team scored in the second, but Eastern came back with three big runs in the third inning to take a 5-1 lead. They increased that lead to 9-1 with 4 runs in the top of the fourth. But that big bottom of the fourth inning for Manchester, as they came back with 7 runs in that inning to make it 9-8 Eastern. All righty. So then in the next inning, Eastern did not score, but in the bottom of the inning, Manchester got 2 to take a 10-9 lead. Eastern tied it up 10-10 in the top of the 6th inning, and Manchester failed to score in the bottom of the 6th. Eastern came back with 2 runs in the top of the 7th, no runs for Manchester, and Eastern ekes out a 12-10 lead win in that district semifinal ball game. So tonight it's the Symmes Valley Vikings, very, very good team. They're used to being here. 25-2 record, 10-0 in the SOC 2, and they have an excellent ball team. So let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. For our Eastern Eagles, leading off and playing center field, be Adria Alt. Catching will be Emma Putman, batting second. Batting third will be the shortstop, Ashlyn Thomas. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Riley White. In the 5 spot, the pitcher, number 10, Jana White. Number 6, or in the 6th spot, number 1, Liz Putman at third base. Batting 7th and playing right field, Cheyenne White. The DP, Emma Smelzelberger, in the 8th spot. Batting 9th will be the second baseman, Abby Newland. The flex player tonight in left field will be number 00, Lily White. Also rounding out the roster will be number 20, Shiloh Brewer, and McKenna Rankin, number 24. For the Symmes Valley Vikings, they'll start out in the first spot. Brenna Tibbs, the pitcher, will bat first. Batting second and playing second base will be Emma Reidenauer. Batting third and playing third base, Marley Ferguson. Batting fourth and playing shortstop will be Lindsay Freeman. Batting fifth, playing right field, Alyssa Wall. Batting sixth and playing first base, Natalie Simpson. Batting seventh and playing left field, Autumn Justice. Batting eighth will be Casey Thompson, the catcher. And batting ninth will be the center fielder, Addie Reidenauer. Subs for Symmes Valley, number 5, Lexi Freeman. Number 21, Emily Jackson. And number 20, Nevaeh Holbrook. All right, the home plate, at home plate, you can see there on their outfield shot, the umpires are meeting with both coaches at home plate, and then the PA announcer will announce both teams. We'll turn it over to them when we get to that point. Where this ball game will advance to the regional tournament site right now. I'm not sure where that's at. District tournament director here, Stephanie Evans, may be able to tell us where the winner will be going. All right, to be determined. Groveport Madison.
Good afternoon,
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Tentatively scheduled for Groveport Madison High School. Date and time to be determined.
Division 7 District Championship game, hosted by the Southeast District Athletic Board.
All right, we're going to turn it over to the PA announcer, and we'll take a break. You're listening to the Robin Fowler State Farm pregame show. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcomes you to this matchup between
Robin Fowler State Farm wishes all players, coaches, families, and fans a great season. With offices in Middleport and Gallipolis, our team is here to help you protect the things that mean the most to you. We believe in supporting our community and helping life go right. Visit us at agentrobinfowler.com, text us at 740-446-4191, or better yet, stop by. Like a good neighbor, Robin Fowler State Farm is there.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Batting sixth and playing first base, number 22 is Natalie Simpson. Hitting seventh in left field, number 14 is Autumn Justice. Batting eighth and doing the catching is number 23, Casey Thompson. And batting ninth and playing center field is number 4, Addie Ridenauer. The head coach of the Vikings is Odie Estep. His assistants are Dallas Tibbs, Joe Ferguson, Candace Horn, and Cody Bland. At this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps, face the flag up on the hill next to the line center as we honor America with the play of our national anthem. Again, we welcome you to today's contest. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act in a responsible and courteous manner. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and unwelcome. Your cooperation is appreciated. Ladies, it's game time.
All right, welcome back to University of Rio Grande softball field, Red Storm. And we're just about ready to go here on Total Media Sports YouTube. And once again, the batters for the Eastern Eagles will be Adria Alt, and she'll play center field tonight. Emma Putman will bat second and catch. Ashlyn Thomas will bat third and play shortstop. Riley White will be the first baseman, and she's in the 4-hole.
Of inning number 1 for Eastern, it's the center fielder, number 3, Adria Alt.
All right, Adria Alt with that big 2-run home run over the right field fence Monday evening to highlight that 12-10 win by the Lady Eagles over the Manchester Greyhounds. And we're ready to go. Adria steps in. She's a freshman. She bats right-handed, leads the team in a lot of categories. Lefty Tibbs, here's the delivery. And running in the box and trying to slap it to the left side. No go there. And that is a called strike 1. Alt the lefty steps back in.
So when we're waiting, focus on the pitcher.
Delivery by Tibbs. And another slap attempt to the left side. Running in the box once again is Alt. 0-2 now.
And then when the ball's hit, you know what to do.
Put a charge into that home run the other evening over the right field fence. So she'll step back in. Putman on deck. Emma. Brenna Tibbs with the delivery. And the little ground ball back to the pitcher. And she's going to beat it out for a base hit. So an infield hit by Adria Alt. And you have to excuse me, I don't have the best view of the field here. Can't see first base, so it was an infield hit by Alt. And she hit the ball back to the pitcher. Tibbs went to her, being a left-handed pitcher, had to turn to throw it. Adria was down there in a hurry. So an infield hit for Adria Alt, and that'll bring up the catcher, Emma Putman. That's 1 ball and no strikes. Tibbs with the delivery. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike now. To number 44, the catcher, Emma Putman. Ashlyn Thomas, the shortstop, on deck. All at first base.
No, the pitcher. Yeah.
He's out an infield single. And the pitch, and that's going to be fouled out of play. Tibbs is a lefty. Symmes Valley coming in at 25-2. Eastern is 16-8. Started the season at 3-7, but have won 13 of their last 14 ball games. So on a major roll are the Lady Eagles. Change up, swung, and a bad pitch out of the strike zone. And first out of the ball game, it'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Ashlyn Thomas, the shortstop.
With 1 out, it's the shortstop.
Very cloudy here at the University of Rio Grande.
You go to where the ball is going to land. Just where you think it is.
And
Somebody will try to catch it.
mid-50 temperature range.
And then after that, you go back to
Wind blowing out to right. Alt's going to go, and they're going to say they got her. And I think the ball was bobbled. The first base umpire comes over and overrules the third base umpire who was out in the B position. And that's a good call because the ball was bobbled. And so Alt credited with a stolen base. And the umpire just unable to see what we could see on this side of the play. So Thomas at the plate. Alt at second. Ground ball to the pitcher, and she's going to tag out the runner, Thomas. So we'll call that 3 unassisted Natalie Simpson at first base. Alt does move over to third base with 2 out now. Dana Wright on deck.
First baseman, number 11. Riley White.
Riley White will step in. Groveport Madison will be the high school will be the site of the regional tournament, but day and time undetermined at this time. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate, a cold strike. No balls, one strike. Alt at third. Tibbs with the left-handed delivery, and that's high out of strikes on the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Riley White. Jana Wright on deck. Riley steps back in, the full four-hill hitter for the Lady Eagles.
And if she runs home, then that's what you want to get.
And the pitch. Ground ball back to the pitcher, and Tibbs is going to underhand it over to first base. So record that 1-3. So for the Eagles, no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on, no errors. And after a half inning of play, Eastern nothing, and Symmes Valley coming to bat. You're listening and watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Valley Vikings will be the pitcher of Brenda Tibbs, the second baseman Emma Reidenauer, and batting third will be Marley Ferguson, and the 4-hole hitter is Lindsey Freeman, shortstop. Jana Wright on the mound for the Lady Eagles. Throw down, and we're ready to go.
Bottom half of inning number 1.
Bottom of the first.
Symmes Valley. The pitcher, number 11.
Very, very chilly, 55 degrees. Lots of wind, most of it going out to directly out to right field. And so here we go to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Brenna Tibbs, the pitcher, stepping in against Jana Wright. She gets her signal, and here's the first pitch of the bottom of the first inning. And that's going to be a called strike. No balls, 1 strike to Tibbs. Right now we're on deck. District championship game here on Total Media Sports YouTube. And that's a little bit high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rick Ash along with Corbin Wilbur and East Dakota, I believe you said, Corbin?
East Dakota. That's my nickname.
That one fouled off, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jana Wright on the mound tonight for the Lady Eagles of Eastern High School. Jana looking for the signal. She's got it. And here's a delivery. That one in the dirt, a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eastern did not score in the top of the first. Alt led off with an infield hit, was left stranded at third base. Stole second, moved to third on the fielder's choice. There's a ground ball down to third. Putman over, and they got her. 5-3. That'll bring up Emma Reidenauer. There's a nice play there by Elizabeth Putman.
Up next for the
Liz fielded down on 1 big hop, and she fired a strike over to White.
Is Emma Reidenauer.
Emma Reidenauer at the plate. Marley Ferguson on deck. You're listening to a Total Media Sports YouTube production. And we're starting to get a few little sprinkles again. Get our equipment covered up here. The ball is one strike to the second baseman, Emma Ridenauer, batting in the 2 spot. The pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes, so ahead in the count is Jana Wright over Emma Ridenauer, the 2-hole hitter. And the pitch, that's going to miss low ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One ball, 2 strikes. Wright's pitch, and it was right, a called strike 3. Rain coming down again.
Is the third baseman, number 3, Marley Ferguson.
Marley Ferguson at the plate with 2 out here in the top of the first. Umpire checking with Jana. 1 ball, no strikes. Ferguson at the plate. Wright gets her signal from Coach Alt. Here's a pitch, and it is a line drive base hit into right center field, picked up there by Alt, fired in to Thomas at second base, and the first hit of the ball game for the Vikings. A line drive base hit right over the head of Abby Newland. Clean base hit. Not a thing the defense could do on that one.
Now batting the shortstop, 0-0, Lindsey Freeman.
Freeman at the plate, 2 down. And Ferguson at first base. Jana Wright delivers, and that's going to be low in the dirt of ball. And the runner's going to be able to advance. And so Ferguson with the stolen base moves into second. So the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the first is at second base. And stepping back in is Lindsey Freeman. Here's the pitch, and that is a called strike just above the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lindsey Freeman. Jana Wright with the pitch. And that one just missed outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike. No score, 2 out here in the bottom of the first. A 1 out base hit by Ferguson. A steal, and she's at second base. 3 balls and 1 strike now. First base is open. Three balls, 1 strike to Lindsey Freeman. Here's the pitch, and she walked her. So with 2 out, Ferguson a base hit, a stolen base, and then Freeman walks.
The inning continues for the right fielder, number 12, Alyssa Wall.
Wall steps in, the right fielder. And the Eagles needing an out. There's the pitch, and that one just misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 5-hole hitter Alyssa Wall at the plate. First baseman Natalie Simpson on deck for ODE Steps Symmes Valley Vikings. Here's the pitch, and that's going to miss high a ball. Retired the first 2 batters now. Struggling a little with runners at first and second. Looking for that 3rd out. Alyssa Wall at the plate. Wright's delivery. And ground ball to third. And Liz Putman, 5-3 put out. And that'll do it for the Vikings. And they get no runs on 1 hit.
In the
No
first
errors.
for Symmes Valley,
2
no
left on.
runs, 1 hit. No errors, 2 runners left
And
on
so
base.
that'll do it for the first inning. No
At the
score.
end of 1
We'll be
inning,
right back. You're listening, watching to Total Media
Symmes Valley
Sports
nothing,
YouTube.
Eastern nothing. Due up for the Eagles in inning number 2. It will be Wright, and White.
Robin Fowler State Farm wishes all players, coaches, families, and fans a great season. With offices in Middleport and Gallipolis, our team is here to help you protect the things that mean the most to you. We believe in supporting our community and helping life go right. Visit us at agentrobinfowler.com, text us at 740-446-4191, or better yet, stop by. Like a good neighbor, Robin Fowler State Farm is there.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, you're back.
All right, welcome back to the top of the second inning for the Eastern Eagles. No runs in the first inning. Did leave Adriel stranded at third base. And the Vikings stranded 2, one at first and one at second in their first inning. So here we go. It'd be Jana Wright, Liz Putman, and Cheyenne White.
Leading off inning number 2 for
Jana with that big double, two RBI double the other evening. And Jana steps in. Tibbs ready to go, the lefty. First pitch to Wright, and a swing and a miss on the high fastball. Jana steps back in. Top of the second inning. Had some light rain off and on. That pitch a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And each time the rains come down, it's not lasted but maybe a minute or so, and very, very light. Here's the pitch, and Jana Wright pops that one up into center field, swinging a high pitch out of the strike zone. And that'll be fly out 8. That'll bring up the third baseman in the 6 hole, Elizabeth Putman. Liz will step in. She's a right-handed batter. She wears number 1.
Baseman. Number 1, Elizabeth Putnam.
Elizabeth steps in. Cheyenne White on deck for the Lady Eagles. Meigs girls, Meigs boys, and Southern girls have been eliminated from tournament play. I believe those quarterfinal games for the boys are tonight. And then both Eastern and Southern, I believe, play next Thursday on the 29th. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Elizabeth Putman. Brenna Tibbs throws the rubber. Here's the pitch. On a tip, that's going to be fouled off the backstop, out of play. All right, Elizabeth steps back in. Cheyenne White on deck. Southern boys would play at Logan at 4:30 next Thursday. The Eastern boys would play at South Point, and that would be a 4 o'clock start, I believe. Ground ball right side, that's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Elizabeth Putman at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. That is called strike 3, right down the heart of the plate. And that is the second strikeout of the ball game for Brenna Tibbs. That'll bring up the right fielder, batting in the 7th spot, Cheyenne White.
Batters the right fielder, number 13, Cheyenne White.
Cheyenne's a right-handed batter. Emma Smelserberger on deck, the DP. First pitch. It's in the dirt, a ball. No score in the ball game. Here at the University of Rio Grande. Called strike. No score in the ball game. Rain is very intermittent. And that's going to be high a ball. Two balls, one strike. Smelzelberger on deck. No score in the ball game. Two out here in the top of the second inning. That one fouled out of play. Two balls, two strikes. To Cheyenne White, the right fielder, with two out here in the top of the second. Here's Tibbs' pitch, and tried to throw a changeup, held on to it. So long sets ball high, and that is a full count to Cheyenne White. Tibbs will toe the rubber, left-handed pitcher. And here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss, struck her out. The third strikeout of the ball game for Brenna Tibbs. That'll do it for the Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And after 1 1/2 innings of play, no score in this district championship game between Symmes Valley and our Eastern Lady Eagles. You're listening, watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, you're back.
All righty, we are back. 6, 7, 8, 9 for the Lady Vikings. Natalie Simpson will lead it off here in the bottom of the second inning. Simpson steps in, right-handed batter, first baseman for Coach Estep. Here's the pitch, low ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Simpson at the plate. That one just misses outside the ball. So 2 balls and no strikes. Jana's pitch and ground ball foul down the third baseline. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Autumn Justice on deck. Casey Thompson in the hole as Jana is facing 6, 7, and 8 for sure in this inning. 2 balls, 1 strike as Natalie Simpson will step back in. That one in the dirt.
Yeah.
3 balls, 1 strike.
You use some weird stuff in the dugouts. It's
Bottom of the second inning, no score in the ball game. And the pitch. And he's going to say that one missed low. So the second walk of the ball game issued by Wright. That'll bring up Autumn
Up
Justice.
next, the left fielder, number 14 is Autumn Justice.
So Autumn steps in. Simpson, a leadoff walk. That one a ball high. No score in the ball game. District championship game. And ground ball to Putman at third. She's going to get the out. That's the right thing to do. So a 5-3 put out. And that's a great decision there by Liz to just get the out. Simpson does advance to second base, but the most important thing right there was to get it out, and she did. Casey Thompson at the plate. Addie Reitenauer on deck. Next two hitters are the 8 and 9 spot. Got to get them. Low ball. One ball, no strike. To Casey Thompson. 9-hole hitter Addie Reitenauer on deck. Wind blowing strongly to right field. As the big flag at the line center pointing that direction. Pitches a ball. 2 balls and no strikes now. Two balls, no strike. Delivery. And that's a shot down the third baseline. And they're going to try to score a run. And in she comes. So the Vikings take a 1-0 lead. And that was a sharply hit ground ball past third. Not one thing Liz Putman could do with that one. That was a shot. To bring up the 9-hole hitter, Addie Reitenauer. So that was a very, very sharply hit ball from their 8-hole hitter, Casey Thompson, the catcher.
Running at first base is number 2, Addie Hawk. Now batting for the Vikings, the center fielder, number 4, Addie Reitenauer.
It will definitely be easier somewhere else.
Here's the pitch, and that's the ground ball to Putman. Gonna go to second, and that's what she did the first time, was went and got the out at first base for sure. This time she tries to go to second, and there's gonna be an error on the play.
All right, so that's a good thing.
So it down as a throwing error, and had an easy out at first base, but elected to go to second to get the second out of the inning. Unable to do that. Now that puts the top of the order back with just 1 out. So it'll be Tibbs, Reitenauer, and Ferguson. That's the top 3 batters. And let's see what we've got here. Number 2, second base, maybe was an unreported sub possibly. She was not on the roster that I had, the lineup, unless I just didn't see her. So Tibbs at the plate. And base runners at first and second.
Oh, Dylan, you're still here. The burgers are really good. They are, yeah. That's the same.
Ground ball, base hit between third and short. And they're going to score her. So scoring the second run of the ball game is Casey Thompson to make it 2-0. Clean base hit there by Brenna Tibbs. That'll bring up Emma Ridenour, the second baseman, strikeout victim in the first inning.
Up next, the second baseman, number 13.
2-0, Lady Vikings.
I keep changing it back, but it keeps going back. That's the same food.
Ferguson on deck. And that's a ball high. A leadoff walk, and we talk about those leadoff walks and leadoff errors. They normally score, and that one did. Natalie Simpson scored the first run of the ball game. Then the RBI single by Brenna Tibbs, bringing around Casey Thompson.
How you liking it?
Ridenour step back in. Here's a delivery and foul off, so runners will have to return on the dead ball.
Fine arts dash animation and voice acting.
Ball 2 strikes.
That's what they
To
all.
Ridenour. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. That's high out of the strike zone of ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. And now the third base umpire held up play for a second, pointed towards the Viking dugout, and then back to his position. Ground ball to second, but the second baseman was heading, Newland was heading to second, and that's going to go as an infield hit. And that now will load the bases. And Marley Ferguson, who had a base hit in the first inning.
Baseman, number 3, Marley Ferguson.
Bases full Vikings. Jana Wright with the delivery. Swing and a miss. Vikings lead it 2-0, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Jana throws that one a little high for a ball. Seventh batter of the inning for the Vikings. Only 2 runs in, and the Eagles need to get out of this inning right here without giving up any more runs. The pitch in the dirt. Nice pick up there by Emma Putman. Putman went down and blocked that one nicely. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled off. Right off the Viking dugout.
Be over here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. To Marley Ferguson.
I have no idea.
Bases loaded. 1 out. Ground ball, base hit. In the left. 1 run will score. 2 runs score. That got by. Here comes the 3rd run to score.
Oh.
So that's going to.
Yeah. So I would recommend showing the actual play. Yeah.
So ground ball that got by the left fielder, cleared the bases.
Okay, I got it right
A little trouble with my voice there. Back with a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-0 now, and that bases clearing double by Marley Ferguson. Wright's pitch, and it's going to miss inside and low ball. Bottom of the second inning, 5-0 now, Vikings. Pitch taking inside the ball. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I'm hungry. Do you mind taking over for the next inning after?
I'm taking over for him.
Oh, okay.
To Lindsey Freeman.
You want to take over for me?
Jana delivers, and that was a high pitch that was swung out and fouled straight back.
Take over right now and you can go get food.
So now 3 balls,
Also, you don't have 3 on base anymore.
Oh, crap.
3 balls and 2 strikes now to Lindsey Freeman. Pikes and boys last night defeated the Meigs boys 3-2 in 8 innings. Jana Wright with the delivery, and that one fouled straight back. Number 00, Lindsey Freeman, the shortstop, batting in the cleanup spot for Coach Cody Eastup.
Zoom in on the pitcher right now. Yep. Good.
And the pitch, that one fouled back again.
Never mind. Just stay on pitcher. When the ball's hit, just follow the general vicinity in which it's landing.
5-0 Vikings here in the bottom of the second inning. And they've scored 5 in this inning. And a swing and a miss. Struck her out. And that is the second strikeout of the ball game for
It's the right fielder, number
Jana Wright.
12, Alyssa Wall.
Alyssa Wall, the 9th batter of the inning at the plate.
That's a good shot.
5 runs in. And the delivery will be a called strike. Head in the count, no balls and 1 strike to Alyssa Wall.
I've been getting a few of those shots.
Good.
2 out, 5 in. Here in the bottom of the second. That one in the dirt, a ball.
All right, follow the runner.
And the base runner, Marley Ferguson, goes to third base now.
Cool. That was good.
Whenever they hit it, focus on the third base. Okay, get that money shot.
Jana Wright, the pitch, and that's a called strike on the inside part of the plate.
Let's go, Alyssa. There, dude.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jana's pitch. Alva strikes on the ball. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to 5-hole hitter Alyssa Wall. Natalie Simpson on deck. And Natalie led off this inning with a leadoff walk. 5 runs in for the Vikings. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Should stay fair. And they got her. 3 unassisted.
Good deal. Said good deal.
All right, for the Vikings, they got 5 runs on 3 hits, 1 throwing error,
For Symmes Valley,
and 1 left on.
5 runs on 4 hits.
So 5-0 Vikings
And 1 run.
as we go into the top of the third inning. You're listening, watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
5 and Eastern 0.
Robin Fowler State Farm wishes all players, coaches, families, and fans a great season. With offices in Middleport and Gallipolis, our team is here to help you protect the things that mean the most to you. We believe in supporting our community and helping life go right. Visit us at agentrobinfowler.com, text us at 740-446-4191, or better yet, stop by. Like a good neighbor, Robin Fowler State Farm is there.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Number 4 is Emma Simmelsberger.
Simmelsberger, Newland, and Alt. First three batters, 8, 9, and 1 here in the top of the third inning for the Eagles. They trail 5-0 as the Vikings plated 5 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, left 1 on. And after 2 complete, 5-0. Simmelsberger steps in, Newland on deck. Tibbs with the delivery, that's high, a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And Newland on deck. And the pitch, and it's a foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Brenna Tibbs, the lefty, on the mound for Coach Estep. Tibbs toes the rubber. Here's the delivery. And that's that changeup. And she's the last 2 times she's thrown it, she's missed it high. 2 runs, or 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And now that runs it to a full count, 3-2.
It's called Ohio cheese, I guess. It's great. Yeah, it is.
Simmelsberger awaits the 3-2 pitch from Tibbs. Here it is. And that is a called strike 3. 4th strikeout and 3rd consecutive strikeout as she struck out Liz Putman, Cheyenne White to end the second inning. And now the lead off the first inning, got another one. So 1 strikeout in the first, 2 in the second, 1 here in the third. Abby Newland to the plate. And the pitch, and high ball. Abby Newland at the plate, second baseman for Coach Alt. Here's the pitch, that's high ball also. So 2 balls and no strikes to Abby Newland. Adriel on deck. Abby Newland awaits Tibbs' pitch, and there it is. And that is a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Abby Newland. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Eagles trail 5-0. And there is a called strike. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Newland. Alt on deck. 1 out here in the top of the third. Vikings got 5 in the second. That one fouled out of play.
There we go. Yeah, that was good.
Abby Newland at the plate, 2-2 is the count. Vikings 25-2 coming into this ball game. Eagles at 16-8. Here's the pitch. Alva strikes on the ball. So for the second straight batter here in the third, we have a 3-2 count.
Oh, shoot, I keep messing that up.
Newland. And another called strike 3.
Follow her walking away.
So that is the 4th consecutive strikeout and the 5th in the ball game for Brenna Tibbs.
2 out batter.
Back to the
is
top of the
center
order.
fielder, number 3, Adra Alt.
Adria Alt. So with 2 out, the Eagles go back to the top of the order with Alt, Emma Putman, and Ashlyn Thomas. Adria takes that pitch for a ball high and outside.
Here's the cafeteria. Here's the building you need to go to.
Adria, left-handed batter, had a 2-run home run against Manchester on Monday evening. Hit that one out into the trees. And there's a fly ball in the center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Adria Alt is now 2 for 2 in the ball game. That'll bring up the catcher, Emma Putman. Emma 0 for 1. Struck out in the first inning.
The inning continues for the catcher, number 44, Emma Putnam.
So Putman steps in, Thomas on deck. And the delivery. Alt goes and got her. 2-6 on the out. So Emma Putman will lead off the next inning.
Really good shot.
Be at the plate.
In the third for Eastern, no
So
runs,
in the third
one
inning,
hit. There were no errors and
no runs,
for
1 hit.
on base.
No errors, nobody left on. So after 2.5 innings of play, the Vikings lead the Eagles by a score of 5 to nothing. We'll take a break. You're listening, watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
22, Natalie Simpson.
All right, welcome back. Natalie Simpson will lead it off for the Vikings. 6, 7, 8, 9 for the Vikings here in the bottom of the third inning. Simpson steps in. She had a leadoff walk in the last inning. And then after that, 5 runs scored with 1 out. Autumn Justice, who's on deck, followed Simpson's walk with a 5-3 putout. Then a base hit by Casey Thompson, a throwing error. And the floodgates opened up, and they scored 5. Called strike. Natalie Simpson led off the last inning, leading off this inning as the Vikings batted 9 batters. Justice on deck. Casey Thompson in the hole. Wright's pitch, called strike. She dropped it, and they had to throw it down to first, but goes for a strikeout. And that is Jana's 3rd strikeout of the ball game. She has struck out 1 in each inning.
The left fielder, number 14, Autumn Justice.
So Justice will step in, grounded out to Liz Putman in her first at bat in the last inning. Casey Thompson on deck. Delivery. And that one off the wrist and over to first, and they did not get her. So that's going to go as an infield hit. And Jana Wright checking her. Appears to be okay. So Casey Thompson at the plate. That was a line shot back to right. She deflected it towards third, but unable to get her. So that will go as an infield hit.
Up next,
Fifth hit of the
catcher,
ball game
number
for
23, Casey
the Vikings.
Thompson.
Oh, wait, yeah, she's on base.
Actually, the sixth hit. They had 4 hits in the last inning. I said 3, but it was 4 in the second inning. There's a one hopper to Newland, and that one they threw it away. But an error.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm blocked out, so I don't know if it was a throwing error or just an error at
Courtesy
first, but
running at second
nonetheless,
base
she
is
reached
number
on an
2,
error.
Addie Hawk.
No, but she's safe.
The batter is the center fielder.
Runner goes all the way.
Number
Got a runner
4,
on third, though.
Justice goes
Addie
to
Wright.
third.
We got a runner on
80
third.
Ridenauer. Second and third is the error allowed Thompson to go to. And now a hit by pitch is Addie Ridenauer. So a hits batsman. And that loads the bases with 1 out. And now to the top of the order we go. And that is going to be Brenna
Up next
Tibbs.
for the Vikings, number 11.
She grounded out
Brenna
to Liz
Tibbs.
Putman in her first at bat and had a base hit, solid base hit to drive in a run in the last inning. And ball's 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that's high ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Brenna Tibbs. Jana Wright with the delivery. That one in the dirt, a ball. Nicely blocked there by Emma Putman. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Emma Wright now on deck. The Eagles have to get out of this inning. And the pitch and the dirt, a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. To Brenna Tibbs, pitcher for the Vikings, and the leadoff hitter. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a called strike. So 3-2 count on Brenna Tibbs. And the pitch. And the ground ball base hit in the left center field. 2 runs are going to score. Runner's going to advance to second and third. So a double by Ridenauer, or by Tibbs, I should say. Scores 2.
Up next, the second baseman.
That puts
13,
Ridenauer at third
Emma
base and
Ridenauer.
Tibbs second base. Emma Ridenauer at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a ball.
Yeah. That's what happens. Camera.
7-0. And ground ball base hit up the middle, and that's going to score 2 more.
Oh, you missed all the scores.
Play at first.
To home. But we did get something pretty good. I think you got someone getting out.
Right, but if you needed to get someone getting on home, you could have switched to the other camera. I got someone getting out.
Yeah, true.
The third baseman, number 3, Marley
think about it that
Ferguson.
way.
Marley Ferguson at the plate now. It's now 9-0. Marley bats in the 3 spot. So things started with a strikeout of Natalie Simpson, then a base hit by Justice, an error on what should have been an easy out, and then a hits batsman, a double, and a single. And they've bladed 4 in the inning, have the Vikings. So a couple big errors in this ball game have led to several runs. I'll throw into right field. Going to allow Emma Ridenauer. Tried to pick her off. So Marley Ferguson at the plate. Pitch goes for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. To 3-hole hitter, Marley Ferguson. It's now 9-0. Jana gets her signal. Here's the pitch. And a line drive to Alt. And a nice catch there by Adria. So line out 8. And that'll bring up Lindsey Freeman, the cleanup hitter. Walked and struck out in her last at bat.
The 2-out batter is the shortstop.
This is the 8th batter of the inning. They batted 9 in the second inning. Have batted 8 here in the third. 5 runs in the second, 4 thus far here in the third. Here's the pitch, and that one popped up. Emma Putman and makes the catch. Pop out 2. That'll do it for the Vikings. They get 4 runs on 3 hits, and there was a couple errors, and left on base
for the Vikings. 4 runs
was
on
1 base
3
runner.
hits, so 2 errors and 1 runner left on base.
All righty, so
At the
for
end of 3
complete 9-0 Vikings.
Valley 9.
You're listening, watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Robin Fowler State Farm wishes all players, coaches, families, and fans a great season. With offices in Middleport and Gallipolis, our team is here to help you protect the things that mean the most to you. We believe in supporting our community and helping life go right. Visit us at agentrobinfowler.com, text us at 740-446-4191, or better yet, stop by. Like a good neighbor, Robin Fowler State Farm is there.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, we are back. And the first 3 batters for the Eastern Eagles will be Emma Putman. She was at the plate when Alt was gunned down on the steal attempt. The Vikings have taken a 9-0 lead. Shot down the right field line, and it is just foul. So a nice shot there by Emma down the right field line. And just missed. Ashlyn Thomas on deck. Here in the top of the 4th inning. One ball, 1 strike to Emma Putman. Tibbs on the delivery. Low ball. 2-1. Southern boys playing South Gaia tonight, I believe, and they will advance to Logan at 4:30 next Thursday for their district semifinal game. The Eagles with a first-round bye. They also play the same afternoon at 4 o'clock in South Point. So next week we'll be highlighting boys district baseball and she walked her. I bring up Ashlyn Thomas, followed by Riley White.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Ashlyn Thomas.
Overcast skies. And here's the pitch. Portsmouth Clay and Portsmouth Notre Dame in the second game here tonight. And the pitch is a good one, and that's a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. Thomas will step back in. Leadoff walk by Emma Putman. Tibbs with the delivery, and it's high ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ashlyn Thomas. And that's going to be a low ball. And Symmes Valley is going to call a defensive timeout. And going to go out and talk with Brenna Tibbs. As we said, our second contest here today will be between the second championship game will be Notre Dame and Clay. Notre Dame defeated Trimble. Clay defeated Southern. And tonight it's Eastern and Symmes Valley in this first game here for the right to advance to Groveport Madison High School. Time and date to be determined. Will be next week sometime. 9-0 Vikings. 3 balls and 1 strike to Ashlyn Thomas. And the pitch, swing and a miss. So full count now. 3-2. Riley White on deck. Emma Putman a leadoff walk. Fly ball into center field, going back, and she cannot make the catch. It's in the gap. And Putman's got to be careful not to run down and coming around. And no play at the plate. And the ball gets away. And the run has scored. Emma Putman all the way around. Credit Ashlyn Thomas with a double. And went to third on the throwing error. And now play at the plate. And it's high. And the run is going to score. Ashlyn Thomas scores the second run of the ball game for the Eastern Eagles, and now it's 9-2.
I got on your camera at that time.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
So a walk, a double, and two errors,
Now batting the first baseman,
and it's 9-2 now.
11, Riley White.
Number 11, Riley White at the plate for the Eagles. They have scored a couple here, make it 9-2 now. So good aggressive base running by the Eagles, and a nice hit in the gap by Ashlyn Thomas for the double. Addie Ridenauer was able to get a glove on it, but just couldn't quite get enough on it, and it goes in for a double. And then the Vikings throw the ball around. Eagles score 2. 9-2. That's the ball.
This is the best shot for stationary, dude. It looks good, and you can see Ryo in the background.
You're right. Is that just for this field, or should we implement that everywhere?
I don't know yet.
Here's the pitch, and that one fouled out of play.
Definitely good for this one, though.
Still very windy here. The 1 ball, 2 strikes.
All the time, of course. The other camera shot's better for action.
Flag at the line center, still blowing straight out, which indicates the wind is blowing to right field here at Red Storm softball field. Change up, that's fouled out of play. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jana Wright on deck. Here in the top of the 4th inning, the Eagles have got 2 across the plate, so it makes it 9-2 now. Riley White battling Tibbs, and that one foul out of play. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jana Wright on deck. And nobody out. Eagles looking to do some more damage here in this inning. Top of the 4th. Saw Eastern lead the other evening 9-1 before Manchester came back. There's a called strike 3 and a high fastball. So that is the 6th strikeout of the ball game by Tibbs. And at the plate is Jana Wright.
The pitcher, number 10, Jana Wright.
One out. Jana Wright steps in. Jana wears number 10 on the mound here tonight for the Lady Eagles. Facing Brenna Tibbs. The pitch, and that's the low ball. Winner of this, winner of both games tonight will advance to Groveport Madison High School for the regional semifinal. Time and date to be determined. Another ball in the dirt, so 2 balls and no strikes to Jana Wright. Tibbs on the mound for Coach Cody Steps Vikings, and a swing and a miss on a nice fastball by Tibbs. 2-1 now. That's Putman on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. And a line drive base hit up the middle. 3rd hit of the ball game for the Eagles. So Jana Wright keeps the inning alive with 1 out and 2 runs in. That'll bring up Liz Putman.
Up next for
0
the
for
Eagles,
1, struck out in the 2nd inning.
number 1, Elizabeth Putnam.
Shine White on deck. And that's taking high a ball. Just 1 out. And the Eagles looking to score some more. Tibbs walks up onto the plate. And here's the pitch, called strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Liz Putman. Tibbs ready to go. Here's the pitch. Tie a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh. Okay, the coach. Okay, so Coach all arguing that strike, which was high out of the strike zone, but Called a strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Sign White on deck. That one fouled out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 9-2 Vikings here in the top of the 4th. And here's the pitch. And called strike 3. 7th strikeout of the ball game for Brennan Tibbs. So 2 out now, and that will bring up to the plate Cheyenne White, the right fielder.
The 2-out batter is the right fielder, number 13, Cheyenne White.
And Miss Melzenberger on deck. Cheyenne batting in the 7th spot. And ground ball to first base. 3 unassisted. So that'll do it. So the Eagles do get 2 runs on 2 hits.
1 hit, 3 errors, and 1 runner left on base.
That was a hit. He didn't give her a hit, but it was. All right, so I got it as a double for Thomas and a base hit for Jana Wright. And 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on. So after 3.5 innings of play, Vikings 9, Eagles 2. You're listening, watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back. It'll be Wall, Simpson, and Justice here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Vikings. They lead at 9-2. Swing and a miss on a high fastball by Jana Wright. Bunt attempt. Oh, nice play by Emma Putman as she dives out for that ball, and she got it.
Your camera's down.
So pop out 2. And what a play there.
Up next, the first baseman, number 22, Natalie Simpson.
Natalie Simpson at the plate. Led off with a walk in the 2nd inning, and that's the inning. They plated 5 runs, then 4 in the next. Ground ball, and that's going to be in the hole, and nothing Thomas could do on that one. So that's going to go as an infield hit. Just past the glove of Putman, and then Thomas does field it deep in the hole, but the throw not in time. So that'll bring up Autumn Justice. Had a base hit in the 3rd inning, 1 for 2, and scored a run. And the pitch, and that one's when it popped up, and Jana Wright in fair territory gets that one. So pop out 1, and that'll bring up Casey Thompson, the 8-hole hitter. 9-2 Eagles trail, but hanging tough in this inning here.
2-out batters, the catcher.
Runner at first base, Natalie Simpson.
Casey Thompson.
No, it's okay. Now it's back. It keeps like turning on.
Casey Thompson 1 for 2, reached on a base hit and an error.
It's not connected.
Steps back in.
It's connected now.
changes, and she's going to be fouled out of play again. Casey Thompson at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Casey Thompson. Addie Wright now are on deck. And the pitch. And the ground ball base hit between third and short. Lily White gets it back in.
Now it's flickering. I think it's caught him something.
So first and second, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Addie Ridenauer.
Courtesy running at first base.
It's fine now.
Number 2, Addie Hawk. Up next for the Vikings.
Addie Hawk,
the center
courtesy
fielder,
runner.
Number 4, Addie Ridenauer.
Ridenauer at the plate. And the pitch, and the ground ball to third. Putman up with it, fires it over, and they got her 5-3 put out. All right, so no runs on
In the inning for
2 hits,
Symmes Valley.
no errors, and
No runs,
2 left on.
2 hits.
After
There were
4
no
complete, 9-2 Vikings. You're listening and watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back. Thank our sponsors for tonight's game, Home National Bank, Robin Fowler, your local State Farm agent, and the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Area 2171. Thank you so much for your support of high school baseball and softball. You're on Total Media Sports. And we're ready to go. It'll be Smelsenberger, Newland, and back to the top of the order with Adrialt. So Smelsenberger, the DP, will step in. She's batting for the flex, the left fielder, Lily White.
Off the bat, top of the 5th. Number 4, Emma Semmelsberger.
9-2 here in the 5th. There's another game here tonight, another district championship game. It'll be Notre Dame and Clay. Unplayed umpire calls time. Looks like we've got some arguing going on down towards first. And they're restricting Coach Alt to the dugout, I believe. And that's exactly what has happened. So not sure what happened, but there's nobody on, and Coach Alt was at first base, and then an argument ensued about something, and then he was restricted to the dugout. So, wow. So a swing and a miss. Not sure what the discussion was about. We're sitting in a situation or a location where I'm unable to see first base. So I did see Coach Alt. I did hear him say you'll go to the dugout. And Coach Holt did go there and has been restricted to the dugout. That misses outside the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, or 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tibbs' pitch, it's a changeup, and for the 3rd time this evening, she's missed them all high. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Emma Smelserberger. And called strike 3. So the 8th strikeout of the ball game for Brenda Tibbs.
Up next, the second baseman, number 12, Abigail Newland.
Abby Newland at the plate with 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch and a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. To Abby Newland. 9-2 Vikings. Ground ball, base hit into right field. And that is the 5th hit of the ball game for the Eagles. So back to the top of the order with Adria Alt.
Center fielder, number 3, Adria Alt.
Putman on deck, Emma. Lefty versus lefty, high a ball. And they checked to see if she swung. She did not, so count remains 1 ball and no strikes to Adria Alt. Lefty versus lefty. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Holt steps back in. Emma Putman on deck. 9-2 Lady Vikings. Slap hit to short and an easy out at second with a runner on first. So Adria reach on a fielder's choice. Second out at second. So base runner at first base is now Adria Alt.
Number 44.
44 Emma Putman.
Putnam.
Here's the pitch to Emma, and for the 4th time tonight, the changeup has been high. She's held on to it every time. Good pitcher, though, Brenda Tibbs. Vikings coming in 25-2. Here's the pitch, and a called strike. One ball, 1 strike to Emma Putman. Thomas on deck. And the pitch, there's the changeup. It goes back to Tibbs up quickly. And she got her 1-3 put out. So for the Eagles, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. After 4.5 innings of play, 9-2 Vikings. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening and watching to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Robin Fowler State Farm wishes all players, coaches, families, and fans a great season. With offices in Middleport and Gallipolis, our team is here to help you protect the things that mean the most to you. We believe in supporting our community and helping life go right. Visit us at agentrobinfowler.com, text us at 740-446-4191, or better yet, stop by. Like a good neighbor, Robin Fowler State Farm is there.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, we are back here at Red Storm Softball Field, where we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Vikings will have at the plate the top of the order. It'll be Tibbs, Ridenauer, and Ferguson. Freeman in the 4 spot. 9-2 is our score. Tibbs with a ground out to Liz Putman at 3rd, a single and a double.
Good timing.
And then
Leading off the 5th for Symmes Valley.
Ridenauer on deck.
Number 11, Brent Tibbs.
All right, here we go for the bottom of the 5th inning. Jana Wright on the mound. And here's the pitch. It's going to be high a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes to Brenna Tibbs right now on deck. 9-2 is our score. Vikings with the lead. And that's a called strike. One ball, 1 strike. Wright's pitch. Popped her up. Alt coming in. I believe she'll make the catch, and she does. Almost in the into the dirt, but a good hustle there by Adria Alt, and that'll be a pop out 8. Now to bring up the second hole hitter, the second baseman,
Up next, the second
Emma
baseman.
Ridenauer, 2 hits in the ball game.
13 is Emma Ridenauer.
Infield hit and a base hit.
Are you going down?
And that's a little pop up down the right field line, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Now the ball gets thrown away, and into second she goes. So a base hit and a throwing error. Allows Emma Ridenauer to cruise into second base. So a base hit right down the right field line, right over the head of Riley White. No one could do anything about that one. That one was right in the right spot at the right time. All right, Marley Ferguson. And there's a little looper, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Alt's going to pick it up, fire it home, and the runner did not advance to second. First and third now
Up next,
for the Vikings. Coach Estep upset that Ferguson didn't advance to second on the throw home. So Lindsay Freeman will step in. 0 for 2 and a walk, a strikeout. Swinging a miss on a nice fastball by Wright. Balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, and a fly ball to Alt. Back she goes, and it's going to be over her head. And 2 runs are going to score to make it 11-2 on a 2 RBI double by Lindsay Freeman. And now the Eagles need to keep Lindsay Freeman from scoring, or this ball game will be over. And Alyssa Wall at the plate, number 12, and she is 0 for 3 in the ball game. 5-3, 3 unassisted, and the pop out to the catcher. And 1 out in the inning. So Lindsey Freeman.
Up next, the right fielder, number 12, Alyssa Wall.
All right, we're going to have an intentional walk to Wall to create a force situation. Now to bring up Natalie Simpson, a walk, a strikeout, scored a run, and the base hit.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Natalie Simpson.
So the runner on second cannot score. If she does, the game is over. It's 11-2. And here's the pitch in the dirt. A nice pick up there by Emma Putman to keep the runners from advancing. Two RBI double by Lindsey Freeman, an intentional walk to Wall. And this brings up 6-hole hitter Natalie Simpson. And she is officially 1 for 2. Here's the pitch and a shot into the Viking fans. One ball, one strike. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss. So that's what we need is a strikeout. That would be the best thing possible to keep this game going. Here's the pitch by Wright. Ground ball to short. We'll get the force at third. And the force out at third. She tagged her, but didn't have to. So 6-5 on the putout. Still first and second.
Is the left fielder, number 14, Autumn Justice.
Autumn Justice, a base hit, 1 for 3. And Alyssa Wall now at second base. Alyssa Wall at second base represents the winning run for the Vikings. Eagles got to hang tough right here and get this last out of the inning. That one low, a ball. Casey Thompson on deck. She's 2 for 3. Been on base all 3 times, one being an error. And a big hopper to Thomas. And we're going to call interference on the base runner, so out. And that will do it for the Vikings. They did get 2 runs on 3 hits, left 1, and after 5 complete, the Eagles trail the Vikings by a score of 11-2. We'll be right back here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All righty, welcome back as we go into the top of the 6th inning. Eagles trail 11-2. And up for the Eagles will be Ashlyn Thomas, Riley White, and Jana Wright. So the Eagles did score 2 runs in the 4th as Emma Putman led off with a walk, then a double by Ashlyn Thomas, and then Jana Wright drove in Thomas, and then a throwing error. Scored Putman, then the throwing error scored Thomas. She went all the way around. There was actually 2 errors on the play. after the double.
Ashlyn Thomas.
All right, Ashlyn Thomas coming in at 1 for 2. Scored one of the 2 Eagle runs.
Yeah, like that.
Tibbs pitch. Change up for a called strike.
Yeah. So like instead of at first focusing on just the pitcher, you can focus on both.
Riley White on deck.
Do what you're supposed to after that.
Brenna Tibbs ready. Here's the delivery. And grab ball down third baseline. That's foul. So no balls and 2 strikes now to Ashlyn Thomas. Riley White on deck. Chilly evening here. Chilly afternoon here at Red Storm Field. Game's about an hour and 32 minutes old thus far. Wind blowing out to right. We've had some intermittent rain off and on, not much. Just enough to have us to cover things up. And that's going to be ruled outside the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ashlyn Thomas. Tibbs with her signal from the dugout. The lefty wheels and deals and got her with a high changeup way out of the strike zone, struck her out. And I've got that as a nice strikeout of the ball game for Brenna Tibbs.
Now batting.
Riley White
the
at the
first
plate.
baseman, number 11, Riley White.
Tibbs has had at least 1 strikeout in each inning. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. 1 in the 8th, 1 here in the, or 1 in the 5th, 1 here in the 6th. Riley White at the plate. And the pitch, that's in the dirt of ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Riley White looking to get on base. There's a pitch and a ground ball to short over the pitcher's head. I believe that was a throwing error on the shortstop. I couldn't see.
Up next, the pitcher, number 10, Jana Wright.
Number 10, Jana Wright at the plate, batting in the 5 spot. And Jana has a base hit in the ball game. And that one a ball. Eleven to 2 Vikings. Notre Dame and Clay in the second matchup for the district championship. 2 balls. 2 right. No strikes. Liz Putman on deck. Tibbs will walk up onto the plate, and she's ready to go. There's the pitch. Way out of the strike zone, high ball. So 3 balls and no strikes now to Jana Wright. Any way to get on. Tibbs ready to go. And the lefty lets her go, and that's that changeup again. And that goes out of play as that one's fouled off. Three balls, one strike now. Liz Putman on deck. And the delivery, changeup again, misses outside the ball. And walked her. Only 3-1 changeup. So that will move Riley White to second base. And Liz Putman to the plate.
For the third
Liz
baseman,
0 for 2,
number
2
1,
strikeouts.
Elizabeth Putnam.
So the Eagles have scores. If you remember the other evening against Manchester, Eagles led 9-1. And then come back and fell behind by 1. Finally won it 12-10, but anything can happen in softball or baseball. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. A good fastball from Tibbs. Cheyenne White on deck. Meigs boys and girls eliminated, Southern girls eliminated. Boys baseball tonight. Southern plays, I believe, South Gallia. Eagles have a bye as they were the number 1 seed. Southern wins, they'll play the 29th at Logan High School at 4:30. Eagles win, or the Eagles will play Thursday at 4 o'clock at South Point, their baseball facility. So Liz Putman battling with 1 ball and 2 strikes now. And the pitch, and that's a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the 6th inning. 11-2 Vikings. Notre Dame and Clay to follow. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. And both base runners are going to advance on the wild pitch.
We got a runner on third, so pay attention to her.
All right, just 1 out.
I think over this way just a little bit more.
Putman still at the plate. Like 3 balls
Cool.
and
Yeah, this should be good.
2 strikes. Tibbs pitch, and that fouled out of play down the right field line. All right, Putman continues to battle. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side again. So Liz Putman making Tibbs throw a lot of pitches to her. 11-2 Vikings, though. Tibbs just allowed 5 hits in the ball game. And that's a shot down first base line again. District baseball next week. But it appears right now that both teams are playing on the same date. They usually don't do that. believe Eastern Boys Division 6, East Southern Boys Division 7. The Eastern Boys going to South Point at 4, and Southern to Logan at 4:30 if they defeat South Gaia tonight. But Liz Putman's still at the plate. And she threw a pitch out of the strike zone, which was a ball. She swung at it, popped it up, and so she's going to pop out to the catcher, Casey Thompson.
The 2-out batter is the right fielder, number 13, Cheyenne White.
So it's going to bring up the right fielder, Cheyenne White. Base runners for the Eagles still at second and third, but now 2 out in the inning. White strikeout and then grounded to the first baseman. And the pitch, high ball. Eagles winners of 13 of the last 14 ball games, so they started out 3-7, have 16 wins on the board now, doing a tremendous second half of the season. And there's a ground ball to the right side. That's foul also. One ball and 2 strikes. To Cheyenne White. Tibbs with the delivery, and that's going to be a called strike on a high fastball. One ball, 2 strikes. Smalterberger on deck. High and tight a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Cheyenne White. Eagles trail 11-2. And struck her out for the 10th strikeout of the ball game. So
For the Eagles,
no runs, no hits.
No hits, an error, and 2 runners.
One error
left.
and 2 runners left
2
on.
up in the home half of the 6th for the
So
Vikings.
after 5.5 innings of play, it's 11-2. You're listening, watching
Addie Ridenauer.
Total Media Sports YouTube.
Robin Fowler State Farm wishes all players, coaches, families, and fans a great season. With offices in Middleport and Gallipolis, our team is here to help you protect the things that mean the most to you. We believe in supporting our community and helping life go right. Visit us at agentrobinfowler.com, text us at 740-446-4191, or better yet, stop by. Like a good neighbor, Robin Fowler State Farm is there.
You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All righty, we are back here at the University of Rio Grande. Eagles with 5 hits in the ball game. So Symmes Valley will bat here in the 7th. Will be Casey Thompson, Addie Ridenauer, and then Brenna Tibbs, 8, 9, and 1. I've got the Vikings for 13 hits in the ball game.
Leading off the catcher, number 23.
I want to thank Home National Bank, Robin Fowler State Farm Insurance Agent, and the Fraternal Order of Eagles. Carries 2171. There's a pop up to the right side. Newland going back, and that's going to fall in for a base hit, it looks like. So Addie Ridenauer out to the plate.
Base, number 2, Addie Hawk. Now batting for the Vikings, the center fielder, Number 4 is Addie Ridenauer.
Courtesy runner Addie Hawk back out at first base for Coach Odie Eastup. Addie Ridenauer. Vikings need one here in this inning. Called strike. Casey Thompson scores, that would, or if, Addie Hawk scores, the courtesy runner for Casey Thompson, that would be the end of the ball game. Squares to punt and can't get it down. The ball's 2 strikes. Addie Ridenauer back to the plate and won't be bunting now. I would not think with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch and a called strike 3. So strikeout for Gina Wright, and that is her 4th strikeout of the ball game.
The 1-out batter is the pitcher.
Now back to the top
11,
of the order with Brenna Tibbs.
Brenna Tibbs.
Pitcher of record tonight for the Vikings. 2 for 4. Ground out, single, double, and a pop out to Adria Alt in center field. (11-2) Vikings. They can end it here, or they can end it in the top of the 7th with 3 outs. There's a little pop up to Newland. Oh, makes a really nice catch and double play. So Dibbs hits into a double play. It wasn't her fault. It was Thompson off the bag. So they get no runs, no runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on. No errors.
No runners left on base. At the end of 6 complete, Symmes Valley 11, Eastern 2.
You're listening to Total Media Sports YouTube.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back to the top of the 7th inning, and if it's going to happen, it's got to happen in this inning. It'll be 8, 9, and 1. Semmelsberger, Newland, and Alt for Coach Ty Alt's Eagles.
So there's the top and bottom. This is the top of the 7th.
Top of the 7th inning, and we're down to 3 outs to go in the ball game. Tibbs on the mound thus far with 10 strikeouts. Smelzenberger, Newland, and Alt.
Leading off the top half of inning number 7 for the Eagles, the designated player, number 4, Emma Semmelsberger.
Semmelsberger at the plate. Righty versus the lefty, Brenna Tibbs, who's pitched a great ball game here tonight. 10 strikeouts and given up just 5 hits. And ground ball to the right side. And that's in foul territory. The no balls and 1 strike to Semmelsberger. Abby Newland on deck. Tibbs ready to go. And here's the pitch. Change up way out of the strike zone. Swing and a miss. Newland on deck. Emma Smelzenberger. And the pitch. Ground ball to short. Picked up by Freeman. 6-3. Eastern now down to 2 outs to go.
With 1 out,
Abby Newland
is the second baseman.
Adriel on
Number
deck.
12, Abigail Newland.
Abby Newland looking to get something started here in the 7th inning. Second game was scheduled to start at 6 o'clock. That's not going to happen. It's 8 minutes till 6 right now, so they're going to be battling some darkness possibly in that Clay Notre Dame game. That's a called strike. A nice pitch. Lefty Tibbs ready to go. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit in the right center field by Abby Newland. So the Eagles with their 6th hit of the ball game.
Up next, the center
And
fielder.
Newland actually with two of those 6 hits. And Alt with 2 of them also. So Adria Alt steps in. Base runner, first base. And the pitch. Out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Emma Putman on deck. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Symmes Valley Vikings 11. Eastern Lady Eagles 2. Lefty versus lefty. Here's the pitch. And that is a changeup for called strike. Adria steps back in. It's very, very overcast evening here. Pitch. Fouled out of play. All 2 for 3. Base hits in their first 2 at bats. Hit a no fielder's choice in the 5th. Here's a pitch by Tibbs. Struck her out. And that is the 11th strikeout of the ball game for Tibbs.
The 2 out batters, the catcher, number 44, Emma Putnam.
Down to 1 out to go. And it'll be Emma Putman trying to keep things alive. I remember covering the Eastern boys several years ago. And they were down 10 in the 7th with 2 out and came back and won that ball game. So anything can happen in a ball game. So defensive conference. Emma Putman will be at the plate for the Eagles. Tibbs now with 11 strikeouts, giving up 6 hits. And they're pretty scattered around. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 here in the 7th. 7th inning, 11-2 the score. Vikings with the lead. Groveport. And there's a base hit to right field. It's a base hit to right field. And another base hit for the Eagles. Their 7th hit.
The inning continues for the shortstop, number 2, Ashlyn Thomas.
Ashlyn Thomas to the plate.
Oh no, it looks really good in baseball.
Friday White on deck. 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning. The Eagles trailing by 9. Change up high for a ball.
You can literally see the dust come off the glove whenever she catches it.
Ashlyn will step back in. Ashlyn, the right-handed batter. Fine shortstop for the Lady Eagles. And the delivery, and that one fouled straight back. A 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 hits an inning. Abby Newland, a 1-out single, and then Emma Putman, a 2-out single. First and second. Change up, popped her up, and Freeman's going to haul that one in.
In the inning for the Eagles, no runs.
That will do it
no errors,
for the Eagles.
Left. Your final score:
11-2.
Symmes Valley 11 and Eastern 2.
All right, we're ready now for the Robin Fowler State Farm postgame show. And we want to thank Robin Fowler for being one of our great sponsors here tonight, as well as Home National Bank and the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Area 2171 there in Pomeroy. All right, let's look at the hitting first for the Symmes Valley Vikings. Brenna Tibbs with a base hit and a double. Emma Reidenauer, 3 base hits. Marley Ferguson with 3 base hits. Lindsey Freeman with a double. Natalie Simpson with a base hit. Autumn Justice with a base hit. Casey Thompson with 3 base hits. And that'll do it. So, and 7 of the 9 spots, base hits, and several of those were multiple base hits, as the Vikings get 14 or get 11 runs on 14 hits and 12 strikeouts in the ball game. Or no, 11 strikeouts in the ball game for Brenna Tibbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now will
Groveport Madison High School will be the site of the regional tournament. Time and date unknown. For the Eagles, Adria Alt with 2 base hits, Emma Putman with a base hit, Ashlyn Thomas with a double, Jana Wright with a base hit, and Abby Newland with 2 base hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 base hits for the Eagles. Make sure I got that right again. Adria Alt with 2 base hits. Emma Putman with 1 base hit. Ashlyn Thomas with a double. Jana Wright with a base hit. And Abby Newland with 2 base hits. They're in the 9th spot. So a great season for the Eastern Eagles. As we said, they started out 3-7, then won 13 of 14. Finished the season winning 13 of 15. But a great finish to the season, a great season with 16 wins. Anytime you get 16 wins in any sport, that is a great job. So congratulations to Coach Alt and the Eastern Lady Eagles for a great season, winning 13 of the last 15 ball games and advancing to the district championship game. But they were outdone here tonight by the Symmes Valley Vikings of Coach Odie Eastep. So that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. You're listening to the Robin Fowler State Farm post-game show. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We also want to thank Home National Bank and the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Aries 2171. So that'll be our final score. Symmes Valley Vikings 11, our Eastern Lady Eagles 2. For Corbin, Dakota, I'm Rick Ash. God bless you and have a great tomorrow.